Good morning, class. Our lesson for today will be trigonometry. Pag-usapan natin yung mga knowledge nyo about trigonometry since kayo is malapit ng graduate, kailangan bisado nyo na yung mga idea na napapaloob din ng trigonometry. This is just a refresher course para maintindihan natin at ma-resolve natin yung mga bagay-bagay na nalimutan natin pagdating ng trigonometry topic. So we have 29 problems here na sasagutan natin entirely for the duration na meron tayo ngayon. So I will just divide it into five problems per set. So ito muna yung ating mga discussions pagdating ng trigonometry, and this will be handed out in PDF copy. Yan, so meron tayong identities sa trigonometry. Andito naman lahat ng identities. Merong sum and difference, double angle formula, half angle formula, the cosine, inverse sine. Yan, cosine, tapos verse sine, tapos sine law, cosine law, tangent law, the laws on logarithms, the medians on your triangle, since ang trigonometry mo is about the measurements of the triangle. Meron tayong altitudes and angle bisectors. So, let's begin solving for problem number 1. So, time to time, mabalikan natin tong mga discussions na to habang sinosolve natin yung mga problems na meron tayo. So, let us begin. So, for problem number 1, for problem number 1, lagyan ko muna ng timer. Problem number 1, the ratio of the angle in a triangle is 345. Measure the largest angle in radians. Bibigyan ko kayo ng measurement. So, bibigyan ko kayo ng conversion factor. So, kapag angle ang pinag-uusapan, one entire revolution is equal to ilan? Ilang degrees yan? That is 360 degrees. Or equal siya kapag naman pag gradients grads, that is 400 grads, equal yan sa 360 degrees kapag naman mils in 6,400 mils, or 2 pi radian. Meron pa ba tayo nakalimutan? So, this is the most basic na conversion ng inyong angles. Now, in order to solve this problem, kailangan alam natin yung properties ng triangle. And, since it is in ratio, ibig sabihin, yung mga angles na yan is may saktong sukat. And in order to find the largest angle in radian, that must be the one that is mas mataas yung ratio. Nakalagay sa ratio. So, ilista natin yung ratio, 3, 4, 5. The best way for you to solve it is to get the sum. Pero tatandaan mo, ang triangle mo, your triangle has 3 angles. Na kung saan, those 3 angles will form a sum that will total into how many? How much? So, 180 degrees. That is the sum of all the interior angles na meron ng iyong triangle. And since ito naman is additive lahat sila, we can say na si 3, pero hindi natin alam what is the value of your angle. So, that is 3x plus 4x plus 5x equal to 180 degrees. Now, pwede natin silang pagtugtugtugtungin or pag-add. ilabas lang natin yung common variable. So, that is x. 3 plus 4 plus 5 multiplied to x equal to 180 degrees. Now, in order to find x, again, we will divide it all by 0. No, joke lang. Hindi tayo DepEd. So, that is 3 plus 4, 7 plus 5, that is 12. Divide both sides by 12 and we'll arrive with x. Hindi pa yan yun, ha? So, 180 divided by 12. That is 180 divided by 12. That is 15 degrees. So, x is 15 degrees. Now, as you can see, 5x, 3x, this is the largest angle. Ito naman yung iyong smallest. Jesus. And this will be 5 times 15. The largest angle will be 75 degrees. Yan. Now we have the largest angle. That is problem number 1. The smallest angle, 3 times 15, that is 45 degrees. So, 45 degrees. Nakakaasar yung manok. So, you have 45 degrees for number 1. And for number 2, 3 times the measure of a complement. Nako, natandaan niyo pa ba yan? Of a certain angle is equal to 30 more than the measure of its supplement. Nako, ay tayo. Ano ba yan, sir? Ano ba yung supplement? Ano ba yung complement? Turo ko sa inyo. Now, in order to know what is a complement is an angle that is less than 90 degrees. So, the angle of the complement, or theta c, is 90. You put it algebraically as this. 90 minus the angle. Now, for the supplement, sabi nila, supplement is more than 90 degrees. Okay. So, the supplement is theta s. And theta s is 180 minus 8. So, now we can say that a complement can be an angle less than 90 degrees. Can be acute. And the supplement is an angle that can be a sum of your complements. Pwedeng ganon. Pero alamin muna natin kung ano ba yung mga angles na meron tayo. What if your angle is less than 90 degrees? What do you call this angle? This is acute. What about your angle is equal to 90 degrees? This is what? Right angle. What about your angle is greater than 90 but less than 180? What do you call that? It is oblique, obtuse. Pwedeng ganon. Obtuse. What if your angle is equal to 100 degrees? What do you call that angle? That is straight angle. Paano naman, sir, kapag equal to 360 degrees? Sige nga. What do you call a 60-degree angle? So, assignment niyo yan, ha? What do you call a 360-degree angle? Assignment niyo. Tingnan natin kung nasagot niyo. O mamaya, check natin. Dapat matandaan nyo ito, tinatanong sa board ito. So, going back, you put this algebraically worded problem to. 3 times the measure of the complement of a certain angle. So, sabi dito, 3 times the measure of the complement. 3 times the measure of your complement is equal to 30 more than the measure of its supplement. O the supplement plus 30. Okay, ganun siya ginagawa algebraically. Tandaan mo, meron kang 3 times the measure of a complement. Yung condition mo. Condition 2 is equal. O, maglagay ka na ng equal. Ilagay natin equal to 30 more than the measure of its supplement. Now, you know what is yung supplement saka yung complement. Alam mo yun sa equation nila. Yun. Yan. So, this will be substituted dito para mahanap natin yung angle. We find the angle. So, 3 multiplied by 90 minus theta equal to yung 180 minus theta plus 30. Yun. So, 3 times 90, that is 270 minus 3 theta equal to 180 minus theta plus 30. Then we simplify 270 minus 3, 180. 180 minus 3 equal to 3 theta minus. So, 270 minus 180, 90 minus 30, that is 60. Tignan natin. You can calculate 270 minus 180 minus 30, 60. So, you have 60, tapos 3 minus theta, that will be 2 theta. Now, you will know by dividing both sides by 2. So, theta is 30. Now, we can find kung ano na yung complement. So, 9 minus 30. That is the complement. The supplement is 180 minus 30. This will be 1. That's how you can solve yung problems of the complement and supplement. That is for problem number 2. Problem number 3. Ngayon, kailangan natin, basahin mo na yung From a 120 observation tower on the coast of a Coast Guard officer sights a boat. The angle of depression of the boat is how far is the boat from the shoreline? Ngayon, anong pinagkaiba ng angle of depression saka elevation? Nga, anyone? Okay, so angle of elevation, yung side mo, yung tao. The angle of elevation is the angle na pataas, elevation. The angle of depression, ibig sabihin, dito yung line of sight mo. This angle of depression. Somehow, the angle of depression and angle of elevation can be equal. Kasi, ano yan transverse angles yan. Ang isang line. Yan, tama. Transverse angles yan. Now, kailangan nating malaman ano ba yung mga idea na napapaloob dito. Number 1, you should know the Pythagorean theorem. What is the Pythagorean theorem? The Pythagorean theorem, ibig sabihin niya, the sum of the squares of the two legs of the right angle, which is A and B, is always equal to the square root or to the square of your hypotenuse. The hypotenuse of the angle. Now, meron dito nagsasabi that the sum of the two sides of a triangle will always be greater than the last side. Tama yon. Another property yon kapag triangles. Sabihin, A plus B is greater than C. C plus A is greater than B, and so on. Ganon din kay A. Now, pag pumasok si Pythagorean theorem, kailangan alam natin yung mga identities na papaloob dito. Now, we will go back with our basic discussion. Now, meron ka ditong triangle where the slant height is always the hypotenuse. The opposite side is the one that is opposite nga ni theta. Opposite. Opposite. Kaharap mo. Opposite. Kapag katabi, adjacent. Yan. Katabi, adjacent. Yan. Kapag katabi, adjacent. Kapag kaharap, opposite. Harap mo ako sa jeep, I am opposite to you. Katabi mo ako, I am adjacent to you. O ngayon, dito papasok si SOHCAHTOA. So, ibig sabihin that sin theta is, kung mara, sin theta is opposite divided by the value of hypotenuse. Cosine is equal to, or the cosine theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent divided by hypotenuse. TOA, that is the tangent of the angle equal to opposite divided by adjacent. Okay. Now, these are the inverse angles. The inverse of your sine is ano? Cosecant. Cosecant is ano? Cosecant is equal to hypotenuse over ano? Opposite. So, binaligtad nga lang talaga siya. Ano to? Secant. Hypotenuse divided by adjacent. Yan, binaligtad lang. Ikaw, ano yan? Cotangent. Cotangent, adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent over opposite. Ganun lang sinosolve yan. Now, we have a special ano dito, feng shui ang tawag ko dito feng shui. Okay? Now, kapag slanting, yan, kapag diagonals, or kaharap nila, ganyan, that is, ano, inverse angle. Ngayon, sine, inverse niya is 1 over sine, cosecant. 1 over cosine is secant. 1 over tangent is cotangent. Or 1 over cotangent is tangent. Ganun din yun. Pagbasa. Now, another one. Mga kulit kayo. Double angle formula. Di ba ito right angle? Nakikita nyo right angle yan? Yan yung ibabase yung another formula. Pag right angle, nakabuka ng triangle, di ba? Okay. So, sine squared plus cosine squared is equal to 1. Triangle lang na buo niya. Ganun yun. So, tangent squared plus 1 is equal to secant squared. Triangle ulit yun. So naman, 1 plus cotangent squared is equal to cosecant squared. Triangle na naman. So, ganun lang siya na bubuo. Okay? Okay ba? Class? Kaya ba? Kaya matandaan gamit ang feng shui. Ang tawag ko dito feng shui. Feng shui. Feng shui. Sabi nila. Feng shui. Yan. Para makakuha mo si Lotus Speed. So, ang gagamitin. Yun na yung number 3. So, you will have to draw number 3. For number 3, sabi dito, meron ka daw tower na 120. 120. Now, sabi dyan, the angle of depression is 70. Ang tinatanong yung po. Pasensya nyo na yung drawing ko. Sa West Philippines. So, ito ang hinahanap natin. Ito yung line. At yung line of sight mo is at 7. Now, if that is 7 degrees, then we can find ito. Pero wala tayo, wala tayo ditong measurement. Pero pwede nating mahanap to kasi meron tayo nito. And then, yung angle nito, angle of elevation naman dito is equal naman dito. Since that is a transverse angle. So, we can find, okay, ano ba yung meron tayo dito? Opposite, adjacent. So, opposite over adjacent. Tignan natin. So, sine, opposite, hypotenuse, hindi pwede. Cosine, adjacent, hypotenuse, wala naman tayo hypotenuse. Hindi pwede. So, meron tayong TOA. So, meron tayong opposite, adjacent, check. Itong gagamitin natin. So, we can now solve for x. So, TOA, tangent, 7 degrees is equal to opposite over adjacent. So, 120 over. Now, we can find the value of x. X will be equal to 120 divided by tangent 7. Calculator, 120. Lalaki siguro. Tangent 7. The answer is, wala. Kailangan pala. Okay, so 977.30. 977.30. So that is problem number 2. Problem number 4. Solve for the equation arc tangent dx plus arc tangent equal to 5. Okay. So tandaan natin to, balik tayo dito sa basic formula. We have sum and difference. Okay? We have sum and difference formula for your identities. Ngayon, kapag sin A plus sin B or sin A minus sin B, yan. Sin, cos, cosine. Sin, cos, cosine. Ngayon, susundan ko na lang yung operation. Ngayon naman, kabaliktaran kasi yan. Cosine. Cosine A plus B over, cosine A plus B, cosine A minus B. So, cos, sin, sin. Cos, sin, sin. Ngayon, kabaliktaran. Yung operational sign. Pag tangent A plus tangent B, tangent A minus tangent B. Di tan, 1 tan, tan. Tan, 1 tan, tan. Kantayin natin. Sin, cos, cosine, cos, sin, tan, 1 tan, tan. Okay. So, magandang pakinggan, di ba? Madaling tandaan, magandang pakinggan. So, pag plus minus, tandaan mo, di ba ang sine cosine magkabaliktad yan pag tangent, magkasama. So, kapag sine nasa taas, plus minus. Ang cosine kabaliktaran, minus plus. Ayan. Kaya inuna ko sila. So, you can recall. Tandaan si tangent, tan, 1, tan, tan. Okay, going back to number. For number 4, solve for the x in the equation arctan 3x plus arctan x equal to 5 over 4. Ngayon, paano natin siya solve? Ganito natin siya solve, okay? Prepare ko lang yung calculator natin. So, ganito siya i-solve. Okay? So, we will solve it by rewriting the equation. So, arctan, paano ba yan? Inverse yan. Tangent, negative 1, 3x plus tangent with negative 1 x equal to 5 over 4. Now, we let itong buong to, we let this one as a, and then we let this one as b. Okay. So, this will be A, B. Ngayon, so, gawin natin tangent A is equal to 3x. And then tangent B is equal to x. And then, ito naman kasi, pag i-translate natin into degrees, will be ilan? So, pi over 4 times natin ng pi 180. So, 180 is divide by 4 equal to 45. Yan ang tamang pag-solve dyan. So, we will say na A plus B is equal to 45. Now, how will we solve it? We will solve it by having itong parehas into tangent. Tangent A plus B equal to tangent 45. By formula, di ba this is a sum of the sum formula for your trigonometric function. So, tan-tan, 1 tan-tan. So, tangent A plus tangent B over 1 minus tan A tan B. And since itong tangent 45, check natin ha. Alam ko equal to 1 yan. Tangent 45. That is equal to 1 ha. So, equal to 1. So, pwede na natin i-substitute yung value ni tan A, tan B. So, tan A is 3x. Si tan B is x over 1 plus 3x. Hindi, minus pala ito. So, erase natin. Will be minus 3x times x. 1. And then, simplify. 4x. Cross multiply na natin to. 1 minus 3x squared. Now, further simplify. 3x squared plus 4x minus 1 equal to 0. Now, this is in QE, quadratic equation. Ngayon, ang quadratic equation, pwede natin gawin dito as mode 5 and 3. Mode 5, tapos equation ng quadratic. So, 3, 4, 3, 4, and then negative 1. The answer will be, yan. So, your answer will be for x equal to negative 2 plus minus square root ng 7 over 2. That will be for number 4. The hypotenuse of a right triangle is 34 feet. Find the length of the two legs if one leg is 14 cm longer than the other. So, leg 1 is x. Leg 2 is x plus 14. 14 cm longer. And the hypotenuse is c. Equal to c squared equal to c na lang. Is equal to 34. We denote this as A. Denote this as A. So by following Pythagorean theorem, C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. Ngayon, ilipat natin yung value. 34 squared equal to A, that is x squared plus x plus 4 squared. Expanding, 34 squared equal to x squared plus x squared plus 20x plus 40 squared. Ngayon, pag minus natin, tapos minus natin. So, 34 squared minus 40 squared equal to 2x squared plus 20x. We divide both sides, lahat naman is equal by 2. So, this will be, here muna natin yung setup, mode 1. This is 34 squared minus 14 squared We divide by 2. So, so x squared plus 14. Lipat natin sa kabila. X squared equal to 14. X squared plus 14x minus 480 equal to 0. Now, quadratic equation pa rin yan. Use mode 5 and 3. So, 1, 14, negative 4, 8, 0. The answer is x is, then the other is negative 30. So, hindi pwede itong value na to. Kasi negative. Ibig sabihin that is absurd na yung value niya. So, the answer will be the leg is 16. So, going back, x is 16. Yung b is 16 plus 14. Therefore, 30. So, the legs of your triangle are 16 and 30. That will be for problem number 5. So, we'll take a